What's going on, guys? So today I am building a desk for my kids, and I kind of have this weird space in my living room that has a pretty good angle coming off the stairs, so I thought I'd incorporate that angle in there. So here I'm just cutting down the material to width. And this first part is just constructing the middle bottom, which is basically going to be a open cabinet. And there's going to be 3 of these. One on the left, one on the right, and one in the middle. So I used the Craig jig to go ahead and screw these shelves and cabinets together. And here I used a spacer block, which you can see there, to make sure all the shelves were at the same height. And then I just gave everything a good sanding, and then it was time to clean out this whole area. There's the piece that we just built, and this is the piece that will become the desktop. I'm just trying to figure out where the middle is, and here I'm realizing that I need to trim a little bit away, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. Now that the middle is built, we can work on the sides. It's basically just the same construction, putting together pieces of wood to make a box, and then shelves in the middle. By the way, here I am using all 3/4 inch plywood that you can get from your local hardware store, and the jig that I was just using on the table saw is a crosscut sled, and I use that because my chop saw is not a full 12 inches, so that's the easiest way that I can make straight horizontal cuts safely on the table saw. And once again, I am using the Craig jig. All of those are Craig screws, and holding them together with the clamp and then drilling them into the wood. And here I'm cutting off a little piece off the back, and this is for the baseboards to make sure that the desk sits flush to the wall. After some back and forth, I really like the color of this stain. It ended up turning out great, and you'll be able to see that in a second here. Now, since this had taken a little while, we had put everything back, and it was time to clean all around again. But now the actual desk is going in, and I am now screwing the desktop to the shelves. So with this being the focal point, I really wanted to make sure that I got this right. I came up with the measurements and angles that this was all going to be at, and then I started assembling it on the ground. And it's going to have a middle shelf and a top shelf there. And this is just me making sure that all of the wood was at the right width. Even though I have them pre-cut it at the store, I usually have them do that about a 1/2 inch larger. And oh, that was a cool shot of me breaking those sticks in half to fit them in the garbage. But yeah, I usually cut them like a 1/2 inch smaller just to make sure that the sides are straight, because I don't trust them. And this is me putting in the Craig jig holes, whatever they are. The bottom shelf just could be screwed straight in, but I did need to muscle it in there, so I recruited my brother-in-law for some help there. And in order to hang these shelves on the wall, I decided to make a triangle piece there that would fit in that slot. And here I am cutting it all out, and you'll see me use that later to hang up the whole shelf. And everything gets a coat of the stain. And I used spray polyurethane for all of the cabinets and shelves. Now just making sure that my middle point is correct. Finding the stud. And hanging up that triangle piece that the rest of the shelf will fit onto. Checking for level, and that's about good. And since I didn't just trust that triangle, I added some L brackets on the bottom as well. We got those little chairs from Costco, and then I wanted to add some lights as well. So I picked these lights up off of Amazon for pretty cheap, and it's just a strip LED lighting, and they are pretty bright. And that's it. This was all done. It took quite a while, but when it was finally done, my son and daughter were able to use it all through their kindergarten year, and now during the quarantine, they have been using it quite a lot. Thank you guys for watching so much. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.